Wrestling fans, this is a dual meet between the Lincoln High School Red Raiders and the DC Everest Evergreens. Draw weight's 160 pounds. They just all of a sudden jumped right out and started introducing wrestlers, so we'll catch you up here. Draw weight's 160 pounds, and Cal Stofflet, your Red Raider, against Sam Stroik, a freshman for the Evergreens. At 170 pounds, Nate Fuller is going to take on Josh Rickoff. At 182 pounds, Ross Nichols will get a forfeit. And at 195, Cody Abel will take on Berkeley Corvino, a freshman. At 220 pounds, Drew Stoltmeister, a senior, will take on Bo Thompson, the third-ranked 220-pounder in the state. Heavyweight matchup scheduled is a sophomore, Kane Huff from the Evergreens, and Devin Klebuknik, your Red Raider. Then you go down to the little guys, 106-pounders. Kyle Van Gelder is a freshman for the Evergreens. And he'll take on Matrix Gisco, your Red Raider. 113-pound matchup, Manning Dank. This should be a good matchup here against Patrick Spray, your Red Raider. Dank in the honorable mention category, Spray ranked 10th. Don Ververka, another ranked wrestler for the Evergreens. He's ranked 11th. He will take on Christian Smith from the Red Raiders squad. 126 pounds, Nolan White, a junior, will take on a Red Raider freshman in Max Bennett. At 132 pounds, Mitch Ververka, a sophomore, will take on your Red Raider, Dylan Hall. At 132. 138 pounders up next. Nate White, a freshman for the Evergreens, against your Red Raider, Jordan Scallis.
And Jordan Scallis from Wisconsin Rapids.
A matchup at 145 pounds, the junior, Joe Zilkowski, second ranked in the state. He will take on
Einerson from Wisconsin Rapids.
Peyton Einerson.
At 152, Sean Lutke.
And at 152, Sean Lutke will take on, and Cody Lutz comes out and shakes his hand again. We're going to have some changes in the lineups, so the matchups will be a little bit different. We're going to take a quick timeout as they play the national anthem. We'll be back with the dual meet right after this. And we're back now at DC Everest Evergreens. And the Red Raiders are going to send out Cal Stofflet at 160 against Sam Stroik, the freshman.
For Wisconsin Rapids, Cal Stofflet.
Last year, the Red Raiders won this dual meet 50-10. Two of the victories for the DC Everest Evergreens graduated last year. They have Joe Zilkowski back. The only win beat Ben Campbell 5-0. Zilkowski ranked number 2 in the state. This is Sam Stroik. Stroik not in the lineup last year for the Evergreens. DC Everest with some new step-ins this year that says Evergreens across the back of their singlet. A little black trim down the side, gold and white trim on the leg bands. Not a very big crowd here. Again, typical weather in Wisconsin. When we haven't had snow, we've had freezing below zero weather today. And we've had cold or snow and wind, so that's going to keep a lot of the travel down here. We got a minute left and we still got no score. 0-0, both wrestlers on their feet. Freshman in Stroik for the Evergreens. Evergreens have a very young squad. 3 seniors in their lineup. Front headlock, short drag missed by Stofflet. Drew Stoltmeister, Josh Rickoff, and Sean Lutke are the 3 seniors. They got a bunch of freshmen and sophomores and a few juniors, so the Evergreens looking to be on the upswing here in the Valley Conference. 18 seconds left. Again, Stofflet not a fly around high scoring type wrestler. And now he's got a front headlock. See if he can score here. 8 seconds left. Got enough time if he hustles. Content to back off. Underhook. And here we go, 0-0 after 1 period. The disc column is green. That's Everest choice. They defer. And Stofflet will take the down position. We'll take that. Consensus of the thinking is if you're 0-0 after the first period and it's your choice, you use it to go down to score first. Stofflet to his feet, got hand control, short drag, spin behind. Can he get there? Don't stop now. Keep on your horse. Round and round the spin cycle we go. He's got the reversal. Stofflet leads 2-0. Stofflet runs him right out of bounds.
Rapids on top.
Head coach Eric Lurkey, assistants Scott Sigmund, Alex Spates. And a 1 point escape, 4 strike. 2-1, the Red Raider leads. With a minute 25 left, second period. Low single got there, did strike. Got the right leg elevated. Dump technique. Stofflet trying to come up to take down strike. Stofflet in a roll. Stofflet should have 2 reversal here because he's close to scoring near fall. Double bar now for Stofflet. He's got the reversal. Stofflet not sure how he wants to get him back on his shoulders here, but now he's got a bar the wrong way. He's trying to sort this out here in his head. How is he going to get this Sam Strike shoulders turned here?
30 seconds.
There it is. Stofflet should be scoring near fall here. That's past 90 degrees. Now he picks the head up. Near fall coming. 15 seconds left. Stofflet catches there. I've got a deep half now. Pin for Stofflet. And a 3:53. Puts the Red Raiders out on a good note. 6-0, 16 points for the Red Raiders. Next up, the 170-pounders. Rapids' choice. They have to report to the head scorer's table first. That's Nathan Fuller. And this should be senior Josh Rickoff for the Evergreens. Neither wrestler ranked in the state at this weight class. Fuller very up and down. He's all of a sudden beating a lot of people and then all of a sudden gets pinned a couple times, so it's up and down for Fuller. Front headlock now, controlling the elbow is the Red Raider. Heading aside, around the corner, trying to get there, can't, and they're off the mat. And again, expect some lineup changes as we go. Fuller with that blast through double, nice football tackle, basically that's all it is. Fuller trying to pull Rickoff back inside the circle so he can go to work on him, try to turn him. Chops an arm down, pulls the wrist in, got control of that underneath. Now Rickoff back to a high base. Fuller throws the legs right in and is up pretty far over the shoulders. Got to be careful here, you keep your head up, and Fuller turns him out of bounds.
Green is down.
They're going to give them the free ride back to their feet. Rickoff gets 1. It's 2-0, Fuller with a lead. Fuller just goes in with a little head fake and a blast double. Fuller with a takedown 2. Now we're in a scramble here. Fuller in position to come out the back door. He could stack him up on his shoulders here and get his head stuffed under and sit right back across his chest. We've seen Cody Abel do that earlier in the year and pin the Merrill wrestler. So we're trying to sort this out. There, he's got control again. Good work by Fuller.
20 seconds.
Head coach Scott Benz says, come on, get a turn, work for a turn here. Rickoff stepped over that hip tip, and Fuller was almost in some trouble. And now Rickoff's reaching back, trying to face. Fuller picking an ankle with a cross face. And the end of one period, 4-1, the Red Raider. Fuller leads.
Rapids chooses down.
Fuller's going down to start the second period. Rickoff will cover, try to ride and turn. Fuller works to a base, now trying to put a foot down. Got both of them up. Spiral ride by Rickoff. Remains in control here. Fuller again to a high base. Roll through by Fuller from the underneath, trying to stand bounce. Can he get the reversal? We're in a scramble here. And they're off. No change of position.
No change.
Fuller set, Rickoff covers.
One minute.
Again, the draw weight for this evening's dual meet, 160 pounds. Red Raiders ranked 12th in the state right now in the team rankings. Rickoff working with that arm tied up on the left side. Fuller now able to get to somewhat of a base, but then Rickoff flattens him right back down on his chest. Warning, stalling Fuller, and that's a good call.
Red.
And Fuller just stood right up when he wanted to, but that was a little late. 4-1 after 2 periods, Fuller leads. Fuller will be on top. Fuller trying to pick an ankle and drive forward, but Rickoff staying in a pretty decent base here. Spiral ride. Now they're going to cut him loose. Give him one, 4-2. Fuller leads. Fuller right into that double again. Rickoff lifts and takes him off the mat. Rickoff has nothing for that double leg shot. It's been shot in 3 different times, and Fuller got there each time clean. There it is for the 4th time. Lift, takes him down. Rickoff tries to lock up and roll through. Fuller trying to get some chest pressure, catch him on his back. Comes up with a loose bar. Reverse.
Down, red.
Take down Fuller, he leads 6-2. Nathan Fuller tech-falled Josh Rickoff last year. At the end of the regulation time, 1 point escape, 6-3 now with 53 seconds left. Arm drag into a single, got to underhook, overhook. Fuller just forces his way into a front headlock. And Rickoff's on the outside looking in. Chicken on a stick. Didn't work. Ran out of mat.
"30 seconds.
25 seconds left in the period in the match. 6-3 Fuller. Slow, methodical performance here for the Red Raider. Fuller drops in now, covers him for a takedown. It's 8-3 with 6 seconds left. Nate Fuller, excuse me, is going to get the win. 8-3 over Josh Rickoff. And 3 more Red Raider team points. And it is now 9-0. This is Ross Nichols.
We have a forfeit.
Ross Nichols for the Red Raider goes out to get the forfeit.
And Ross Nichols will receive the forfeit for Wisconsin Rapids.
And that's 6 more Red Raider team points.
At 195. Cody Abel for Wisconsin Rapids.
15-0 right now.
For DC Everest.
The Red Raiders take the lead. Cody Abel now at 195 up against Berkeley Corvino, a freshman. Abel with a takedown and then a cut loose quickly. Duck, nice duck by Abel. It's going to be 4-2. Freshman's got some funky looking leg work there. He's outgrown some of the coordination being a freshman at 195. Strength and coordination hasn't caught back up to the body size yet. Abel, a very good athlete. And Abel is up 6-2 right now. A lift, a little trip. Abel takes Corvino back to the mat. Stack attempt. Switches off to a half, just forces Corvino over on his back. Abel's got time, he's got a minute. So he can get settled back in here. This is looking pretty good now. 50 seconds left. Corvino's working hard to stay off his shoulders here. Abel's still got enough time yet. He's got 34 seconds left, but Corvino goes stomach down. 3 near fall Abel. It's now 9-2 and they're out of bounds.
30 seconds.
They're going to give him the 1-point escape to his feet. Free ride. 9-3 now. They're going to go from their feet to their back here, hopefully. Abel, underhooks. Got one. Looking to get another one. Got a double. Going to try and jack him up, get to that body lock. Step back trip. Nice work by Abel. Take down. The ref was late getting around the corner. 8 seconds left. Pin. 153 on the fall. Sometimes it's easier to pin somebody from their feet than it is from working on the mat. And that was the case there. Bo Thompson at 220 pounds.
At 220, Drew Stoltmeister.
This is Drew Stoltmeister.
And Bo Thompson for Wisconsin Rapids.
Stoltmeister and Thompson. Thompson ranked third in 220 in the state. Thompson just fights right through that front headlock, gets a takedown. Thompson gives him a free ride back to his feet. Thompson in again on an near side single, takes him down. 4-1 right now for the Red Raider. And they work their way off the mat. Going to give him a free ride back to his feet again. It's now 4-2. Scoreboard's behind a little bit. Thompson with a takedown again. Should be 6-2. Very, very quiet crowd here. You just, it's unbelievably quiet. Thompson now works the arm out from behind the back, pins it across. Couple options here. Can arm bar that? Can baseball just drive it right over? Lock up the farmer like he's done. Drives him over. This is going to be pretty tight if he goes over. Got 43 seconds left. Lost the farmer lock, but there's the pin. And 122. Six more Red Raider team points is now 27-0. And now we got the heavyweights coming up. A couple of young ones. Devin Klobuknik, young in experience, first-year wrestler for the Red Raiders, against Kane Huff, a sophomore. So we'll get to watch Klobuknik wrestle.
And Kane Huff from UCF.
Kane Huff. Rapids would be the underdogs here, even though Huff's only a sophomore. Klobuknik, a brand new wrestler. But in the Plymouth tournament, we did see Klobuknik do a couple of nice things, end up getting himself a win there against a heavyweight, full-sized heavyweight. And he wrestled a very good match. More good things than mistakes in that match. Hey, there he's able to capitalize. Got Huff off balance. And there's the roll. That's what happens with big guys. And Klobuknik's trying to fight off his back. And he does get stomach down. Two reversal, two near fall for Kane Huff. He leads 4-2. That's the one thing that the big round heavyweights do, is they roll. As soon as they feel weight up on their back, not off to that one side they want to roll to, they'll roll you. Half Nelson on Klobuknik, and he's going to go over. And there's a lot of weight on his chest, and here's the pin. 1 minute even on the fall. East Everest gets on the bar with their young heavyweight. With his pin in 1 minute. And now we go down to the little guys. And
this is Kyle Van Gelder for DC Everest.
Kyle Van Gelder is a freshman.
Cisco.
This is Matrix Gisco.
For Wisconsin Rapids.
I guess the J looks like an S, so kinda. Kyle Van Gelder. Gisco ranked 9th in the state at 106 pounds. He is a sophomore.
Go, Kyle.
Looking to get to a Russian is Gisco. Drop down on a low single off the Russian, near side. Dump technique takes him down. 2 points, take down Gisco. Good work there. Good setup of the Russian, same side single. Got a leg lift here, that's all it is. And Van Gelder goes stomach down. Gisco's got an arm tied up. Good barbed wire here. Van Gelder trying to pick a leg on the inside here. Gisco needs a crossface here to help break that grip. There's the crossface, and there the grip gets broke. Pretty simple. Off the mat they work, 35 seconds left. Gisco leads 2-0.
Seconds.
Scramble. Gisco could get caught here unless the referee gave the 2 already. And now he's got to give the 2 back, and Gisco's got
2 and 2.
Van Gelder in deep trouble for 12 seconds left. Gisco, I don't think is going to pin him here. The referee is quick with points here. If he would have let that settle all out. But he's throwing the points around. It's 7-2. Gisco of Rapids. Van Gelder, the freshman, takes a down position. Tip attempt now by Gisco, not tight enough. Gisco with a tip attempt again. And he caught him there for a couple of counts. That's enough for 2 near fall. Now he's changed the pinning combination, so he should get the 2. 2 near fall. It's 9-2 right now. And they work their way off the mat with 1 minute left in the second period. Gisco with a 9-2 lead. Stand-up attempt stopped by Gisco. And again, this crowd is dead silent. It's like there's nobody in here but the wrestlers. Gisco again with a tip attempt. Score near fall. 25 seconds left. I don't know if Gisco can pin him from here. With that hold, now he's got a half. Now things could get better. Cradled him up here now, and Gisco going to stack him. On the shoulders, there he is.
10 seconds.
Pin with 2 seconds left. 3:58 on the fall.
Wisconsin Rapids will report first at 1:13.
33-6 now the dual meet. 10th ranked Patrick Spray coming to the mat at 113 pounds. And probably get a junior in Manning Dank, who is honorable mention ranked. This should be a good match.
Patrick Spray for Wisconsin Rapids and Manning Dank for DC Everest.
Dank getting honorable mention rankings, as I'd mentioned. Spray ranked 10th right now in the latest rankings on Wisconsin Wrestling Online. Spray very good technically, a little underpowered, but very good technically. Shot in and Dank's off the mat. Everest's best wrestler to come yet in Joel Zilkowski's second match from the end of the dual meet at 145. Spray shoots in down low. Around the corner he goes, got a lift now and a scramble. Stalemate. That's a good call by the ref.
1 minute.
Duck under by Spray. It was a loose one, but may get there. He's trying to get his legs right, and now got to get his hips up on top. And Dank able to come out the back and gets a takedown. 37 seconds left first period. Dank leads 2-0. Spray on the bottom. Dank will cover and try to ride.
Flat. 30.
Dank trying to get a left side armbar. Now a half on the other side. Spray's going to try to fight his head up here. Comes out the face. 7 seconds in a scramble. Dank comes out in control. In the 1, 2-0 Manning Dank. Spray's choice, he defers. Dank's choice, he's going down.
Green chooses down.
Caution, jumping to start Spray.
Caution, red.
Legs ride for Spray now. Cross body work going on, picking an ankle.
Hand control, let's go. Get out in front of you.
Spray's got a leg lace here a little bit with his right leg. Trying to get a quick Turk and a tip.
Get hand control, man. Get a hand.
Spray's working on keeping that arm behind the back, trying to get a tip.
1 minute.
Dank sitting hard on a base here, on his stomach.
Hand control, man.
Now they're going to cut him loose. 3-0 Dank with a lead. Going to go takedowns now. Spray with a low dart right at the back of the heel. Dank able to pull Spray around. Spray's trying to get bigger in the body here and get up. He's going to pop his head out. 17 seconds left. We've got a stalemate.
Stalemate goes up.
Both on their feet.
15
Still
seconds.
3-0. Dank with a lead. Three seconds. 2, 1. And that's the end of the second period. Spray is down by 3.
Good choice. Both up.
Spray's choice. He chooses both on their feet. Dank on the outside looking in. And now they're out of bounds. Snap down by Spray. Dank able to hang on to an elbow. Spray with a near side shot. Dank countered. Spray can't afford to be tied up in here. Waste a lot of time. Minute 15. Minute 15 left, still 3-0. Spray content to get to a front headlock instead of quickly spin behind. Now he's got to waste more time trying to get there. Heading the side, around the corner he goes.
1 minute.
And Denk is hanging on to that elbow hard. He's obviously a little stronger than Spray. Spray trying to come around, get the takedown, but Denk able to hang on to just an elbow and counter that. 45 seconds left. Low shot at the ankle. Spray's got to get 2 here. 35 seconds left.
30 seconds.
Spray's got his head stuck in the center and can't get it out. Spray's got to try to get 2 here in the back right away. 17 seconds left. Spray's got the takedown.
Takedown Rapids.
7 seconds left. Spray's trying to get a tip here. Denk hanging on to a leg. Denk's going to upset Spray 3-2. Manning Denk upsets Patrick Spray 3-2. And puts 3 points on the board for the Evergreens. 33-9 right now. 120 will have Don Vaverka, number 11 ranked junior, against Christian Smith.
This is Don Vaverka for DC Everett. Christian Smith for Wisconsin Rapids.
Vaverka, the heads-on favorite here. The Red Raiders not a very inspired performance so far tonight. And Vaverka with a takedown. And near fall, 2.
Go down.
2, near fall.
Just a tight waist and a tip here by Vaverka, but no points. Smith able to fight his way stomach back down.
30 seconds.
Again, the Red Raiders probably not in real danger of losing this dual meet, as they are probably got more opportunities to score some big points here, but it's not a very inspired performance so far for the Red Raiders. 4-0, Don Vaverka, leads Christian Smith at 120 pounds. Vaverka goes in a down position.
Escape.
1 point escape. Vaverka. Smith in on a single leg shot near side. See if he can complete this. Now to a front headlock is Vaverka. He's trying to put the head in the side, head in the hole, as they say, around the corner, pick a leg, he's got a takedown.
Takedown Everest.
Blood time on Christian Smith. So we have a stoppage of action. While they get Christian Smith cleaned up, we'll take this opportunity to thank some of these Rapids area businesses for supporting Lincoln High School Wrestling and the Rapids Mad Backers. Mortensen Brothers Farms Incorporated, Niski Approved Applewood Smoked Meats, Tritz Forest Products, Arby's, the Bennett's Family, Connolly's and Kellner, A Street Auto, George Hathaway DDS, Jerry and Jessica Hemmel, Rocky Rococo, Roger Buzz Pascavis, Scott JS Incorporated Subway East, Solaris, Wisconsin Rapids Orthopedic Center, Wisconsin River Orthopedics, XL Lawn Care, Fehrenbach Mogg and Associates Incorporated, Garrison Septic Service, Homestead Golf Course, Ironside GMC, Paper City Savings, Roger and Kathy Plowman, Safeway Bus, and the Water Quality Store.
Escape red.
One free ride back to the feet for Smith as Viverka lets him go. Going to go on their feet, try to add up a bigger score on the scoreboard. Off the mat they work with 1:24 left. Viverka with a takedown. It's now 9-1. They got to a major decision.
Blood red.
And we have more blood and Christian Smith. So we'll thank some more of these Rapids area businesses for supporting Lincoln High School Wrestling and the Rapids Mad Backers. Accounting Plus LLC, Chips Hamburgers, Edward Jones, Patrick Murphy, Farmers Insurance, Mike Hallinan's Agency, Mata Custom Apparel, Michael D. O'Leary, DDS, Quality Plus Printing Incorporated, Renaissance Learning Incorporated, Rich A. Funeral Home, Sportsman's Pub and Grill, Stoiber Chiropractic, Sully's Sports, Quality Inn, Thompson Hardwood Floor Company, Tom and Edna Thompson, Tom Schneider Agency, Bardall and Wolf CPAs, Bone Trucking and Excavating, Cupid's Corner, the DeLuca Family, Donahue Super Sports, Family Natural Foods, Good Time Charlie's, Grandma's Cafe, High Tech HVAC Company, Home Furniture, Key Savings Bank, Marvin Wallach, and Paul Delamu State Farm Insurance. Smith goes down, and Viverka gives him a 1-point free ride to his feet. It's 9-2. Minute left, second period.
1 minute.
Short drag after a little snap down. And Viverka gets another takedown. He leads 11-2.
$30 seconds.
Only a count of one. Another count of one. Now near fall coming. Smith's got 18 seconds to fight this tip attempt off, but it's 2 near fall and he goes stomach down. 15-2 right now. Excuse me, 13-2. And here's the end of the second period. With Don Viverka built up a 13-2 lead over the Red Raiders' Christian Smith. Again, we have more blood time coming as there's some cleanup on the mat and probably on Christian Smith. I finished thanking some of these Rapids area businesses for supporting Lincoln High School Wrestling and the Rapids Mad Backers. Pioneer Bank, Rapids Floor Mart, Rapids Sheet Metal Heating and Cooling, Richard Engelbrecht, SK Construction, the Barbershop, and the Tool Shed Incorporated. couple of interesting, if you've never seen the Lincoln High School wrestling program, it's quite impressive. A couple of things that you can look at in there: individual accomplishments, fastest pins. Bo Thompson's one of the older brothers, Dane Thompson, leads that category with a 6-second pin in the 2004 and 5 season. Then comes Shane Bennett's, Vance Gruby, and Kurt Fuller, each tied for second with a 7-second pin. Then comes Steve Sonnenberg, Kent Anderson, Zach Bennett's, tied for third with an 8-second pin.
Caution red.
Caution Smith as he's on top, start third period. 13-2 the lead for Don Vaverka, and he stands right up pretty easily, gets the 1-point escape. 14-2 now. And a scramble, little arm over toss. And it's 16-2 right now. 138. Smith in danger of giving up a tech fall. The next point scored by Vaverka will do it, and here they are. Now, if he only gives up a tech fall, which he has done, tech fall in 4:41. Christian Smith saved the Red Raiders 1 team point by not getting pinned.
Wisconsin Rapids.
5 points for the technical fall. It's now 33-14. 126-pounder Max Bennett's getting ready to go. Should be Nolan White, a junior.
And Nolan White.
Last year, Nolan White gave Killian Carter a handful at 5-2. Carter with a win. Lots of length there in White. He's got a single leg, got it elevated on a sweep shot. Takes Bennett's down, leads 2-0. Half in a wrist, trying to wind Bennett's up. Bennett's fights stomach back down there off the mat. Bennett's now will go down and the referees start, trailing 2-0. Bennett's just a freshman. White's a junior. Tip attempt. Gonna get 2 near fall. There's White.
1 minute.
Leads 4-0. Minute left. First period. Tip attempt again. And there's 2 more near fall.
2 more back, green.
Off the mat they work, 29 seconds left. 6-0 White. Bennett's to his feet, working on hands, turns and faces. White dropping down to a double. Ends up regaining control after he reloaded that double a second time.
15 seconds.
End of the first period, 6-0, Bennett's trails. Bennett's his choice. He's going to defer. And White's choice. He's going down after he thought about it for a minute. This is the final conference dual meet of the 2013-14 season. for the Red Raiders and the Evergreens. Inside to a Granby position, now just to a double leg is White. And Bennett's in danger of getting reversed here. And White gets the two. And it's 8-0 now.
One minute.
Bar now by White. Half on the far side, and he switches sides on the ride. 32 seconds left. And we got headgear come down over Bennett's eyes, so no advantage either wrestler. The referee stopped that and let him fix that back up. 19 seconds left, 8-0, Bennett's trails.
Fifteen seconds.
Turk attempt to turn. Bennett's gets stomach back down, and the two periods, 8-0, Bennett's trail.
Third period.
And Bennett's job not to give up as many team points as possible here.
Green will go down.
Off the house, let's go. Get up. Come on.
And controlled by White. Now he's trying to stand up and reach back. Bennett's trying to catch him, but White catches ahead and rolls Bennett's over the top. Now he's got a cradle. Bennett's in deep trouble here. Bennett's in deep trouble here. He's got a long time to fight this off. Minute 24. Bennett's fighting his way to try to get stomach down with that cradle attempt. Bennett's fighting his shoulder through here on the left side. Bennett's trying to get a head up, straighten the leg out here. He can pick some hands here. Bennett's could get that broke. Bennett's fights off that cradle attempt. 13-0 right now, 40 seconds left.
Stay right where you are.
30 seconds.
Bennett's now coming to his feet, tries to clear the hips, but gets taken back down. 25 seconds left. $18 seconds left. Bennett's trying not to give up the extra team points here. He's only given up a major to this point. 8 seconds left. 2-1, 13-0. Bennett's goes down, but only gives up a major decision. Nolan White with a 13-0 major decision over Max Bennett's. Next up, 132-pound matchup, Dylan Hall taking on Mitch Ververka, a sophomore. Ververka wrestled Matrix Gisco last year, and in overtime, Gisco beat him 5-1.
For Wisconsin Rapids, Dylan Hall.
Different style of wrestler here in Hall. And Ververka is up a couple of weight classes. About 3.
Stay low, Mick.
Launch and pad could be loaded from the get-go here with Hall. Hip toss attempt. Now this is turning into a scramble here. Like normal. Hall's got an arm tied up underneath the body of Ververka. And he comes out behind and gets takedown. 33-18 right now, the Red Raiders lead. Tip attempt. And Ververka rolls stomach back down. Dylan Hall, the honorable mention ranked at 132.
One minute.
Go, man. Get stuck in there now. Let's go.
Ververka trying to come up. Hall slaps a cradle on him as he gets his head down by his knee. Hall trying to get the turn. He's got near fall coming now. Can he pin Ververka here? I'm not so sure. He's got 3 laying here for near fall. He's going to be up 5-0 at a minimum. Now the referee's looking a little closer. And reverse half in there, deep half in there now. Got to try and get a body lock going here. Scoop of the head and the arm. Hall's got to keep him in bounce. 22 seconds left. $12 seconds left, and there's the pin in 148. Those 16 points locked up to dual meet for the Red Raiders, 39-18 right now. 138-pounders, Jordan Scallis. This should probably be the freshman, Nate White.
Jordan Scallis for Wisconsin Rapids.
Scallis ranked 10th in the latest
And Nate White for
Wisconsin Wrestling Online ranking. Nate White, a freshman for the Evergreens. Again, pretty young team here for the Evergreens. They start 4 freshmen, only 3 seniors. The rest made up of sophomores and juniors. Scallis working off on one knee down low. Yeah, he reshoots into a deep single. Trying to climb up with the body now of White, and there White gives the takedown. 2-0 Scallis with a lead. Switch attempt now. Scallis has that trailing arms. Got it into a bar right now. Got the body flattened out of White. Got the far side wrist. Running that bar towards the head. Got to keep running it over there. Minute left. Flattened him out again, half the other side, and we got a stoppage for potentially dangerous, I guess the referee said. I guess I didn't see much that was too out of the ordinary there. Scallis tried to slap on a cradle there, and White stands up through it. Scallis dropped down on a low single from behind. Now he's got to try to improve, and that's potentially dangerous as the knee gets bent sideways. And the referee will stop that whenever he sees potential injury. 20 seconds left. Scalise again tried to get a cradle, ended up tipping White, but White in a scramble catches the head, and Scalise backs out. Gives them the 1. 5 seconds left. And you see Scalise panicked a little bit in there and backed out. Gave up 1 point late in the first period.
Red deferred.
2-1 now, the Red Raider leads after 1 period. White will go down to start the second period. Scalise with wrist control on both sides, but unable to do anything with it right now. Now he's got the half, going to try and switch sides, pull the half out, didn't stay with it long enough. There's a half again, and he pulls it back out. Half on the near side down, they go to bounce.
Minute.
.45 seconds left, second period, still 2-1 Scalise. And he's riding White pretty well here, just not able to do much with him yet. Scalise got to get his hips up here.
.30 seconds.
Scalise got to get his head back. Pretty high up along the body here. Tilt attempt now, only a count of 1. No near fall, 2-1. Still, Scalise leads after 2 periods. And it's going to be Scalise's choice. He's going to go down.
Third period.
Scalise with a sit out now. Trying to get to a Granby is Scalise. He's got the arm and a leg lock, but can he do something with it? Scalise now able to get a grip on that left knee. Scalise trying to reach the head now. Now he's slowly but surely working in a lot better position here. 1 minute left. 2 reversals. Scalise. Near fall coming. Scalise. Got a cradle locked up. Scalise. Pin. Scalise. 5:06 on the fall. 6 more Red Raider team points. 45-18 to dual meet. Joel Zilkowski, ranked number 2 in the state at 145 pounds. He's a junior. Should be Alex Dickerson. for the Red Raiders.
Wisconsin Rapids with Alex Dickerson.
First varsity matchup for the Red Raiders, Dickerson. And this will be a huge mismatch for in Zielkowski's favor. He gets a quick takedown.
Takedown green.
Get it over with.
Cradle locked up by Zielkowski. Again, he is ranked second in the state at 145 pounds. And Zielkowski with a quick near fall. Peyton Einerson ranked in the honorable mention category at 145. He's moved up to 152 tonight. Joe Nelson of Stoughton is the #1 ranked wrestler. Alex Reese of Rhinelander is ranked 15th. Owasso West Tanner Bain in the honorable mention category as well. Alex Dickerson, first time in a varsity lineup for the Red Raiders. And gets 3 near fall scoring on him. Armbar on the left side and wrist control and a stack attempt. That looks pretty tight right there. And it's 117 on the fall for Joe Zielkowski.
At 152, Wisconsin Rapids will report first.
16 points for the Evergreens. Red Raiders lead 45-24. Now final match of the dual meet at 152 pounds. Peyton Einerson coming out for your Lincoln High School squad against senior Sean Ludke. Sean Ludke, honorable mention, ranked at 152. As I had mentioned, Peyton Einerson, honorable mention, ranked at 145.
For Wisconsin Rapids will be Peyton Einerson. And for DC Everest, Sean Ludke.
Red Raiders making the obvious moves that they needed to make. Ludke and Einerson. And you won't see a lot of flash out of Einerson here. This is about as wide a stance as you can possibly see in wrestling here. Ludke now, double underhooks. Looking to maybe step in, lock up, and throw Einerson, which he is. Einerson fights that grip off, gets to an underhook of his own, out to a front chin lock. And they both step off the mat. 1:04 left yet, first period. Both on their feet, no score. Underhook again by Ludke.
Go, Sean.
20 seconds left, still no score, both on their feet. Feel out first period. Einerson with a Russian. Trying to get to an Okie choke, and they ran out of wrestling mat. Just stepped off, 3 seconds left. And the 1, no score, 0-0.
Rapids choice. Red chooses down.
Rapids is going down with their choice. to start the third period, or excuse me, the second period. Peyton Anderson trying to get to a sitting position here, trying to work on hand control. He has some of it on this near side. Now clears the hips, comes out the face. He's got 1 point in the lead. Now let's see if Peyton can bait Ludke into taking a single leg shot at him. That's kind of how things usually work with Peyton. Anderson wrestled Ludke last year and beat him 9-5 in the dual meet. These two have a little familiarity with each other. 52 seconds left, second period. Anderson with the 1-0 lead. He's got a Russian. Ludke with an underhook around the back of the body. Double underhooks now by Ludke. Now Anderson fights his left arm into the underhook position. Let's see how impatient Ludke gets. Slide by, missed, into a single, and they're off the mat. A little flurry of action, but they ran out of wrestling room. 15.5 seconds left, second period. Anderson leads, scored with the escape off the bottom with his choice. Ludke will have choice to start the third. More than likely he'll go down unless they've scouted Anderson. Anderson pretty decent on top. 1-0 after 2.
Green choice.
And then Ludke goes down. That might be into the strong point of Anderson. Long legs, long arms, leg rider.
Up and out.
There you've seen Ludke put a leg up, Anderson throw the legs right in. Ludke steps out now. Anderson has, does he have a cradle locked up? He has a cradle locked up. And he tips Ludke. Anderson is dangerous from the top. And he is a pinner.
Go, John, break that. Let's go.
1:10 left. It's going to be 4-0. Anderson with a lead. If you don't get a pin, and the ref's got to get a better position. Take a look here. This is going to get close, but Ludke able to break the grip while the referee's looking for an advantage point. 4-0 Anderson. And a double legs right in by the Red Raider. Anderson again very comfortable in this grub around, roll around, funky kind of style of wrestling. 27 seconds left. Again, probably the quietest dual meet I've heard in countless years. Anderson trying to get a tip. Ludke's shoulder straight up and down, says the referee. 5 seconds left. End of the match is here. Anderson gonna grind out a 4-0 win. 3 Red Raider team points, 48-24, the final dual meet score. Started off at 160 pounds with Cal Stoffel getting a pin in 3:53. Nate Fuller with an 8-3 win. Ross Nichols follows that at 182 pounds with a win on a forfeit. At 195, Cody Abel gets a pin in 153. Bo Thompson a pin in 122. At 285 pounds, DC Everest gets on the board. Kane Huff gets a pin in 1 minute. Matrix Jisco gets that pin back in 358. At 106 pounds, Patrick Spray gets upset by Manning Dank, loses 3-2. Christian Smith goes down on a tech fall in 441 to Don Vaverka. Nolan White comes back with a major decision over Max Bennett. Then the Red Raiders' Dylan Hall gets a pin in 148. Jordan Scalise gets a pin in 506. Alex Dickerson has a tough draw against Joe Zilkowski, gets pinned in 117, and your Red Raider Peyton Einerson wins 4-0 at 152 pounds. Once again, a 48-24, the Red Raiders with a dual meet win. And the final dual meet of the season for the Red Raiders and the Evergreens. Next up, the Valley Conference Tournament will come right back here to DC Everest in 1 week. I do believe the date's February 8th, I do believe. Once again, got to thank my longtime good friend Craig Tim for volunteering this evening, giving us the best mat side seats in the place here on River Cities Community Access. We'll see if we can get head coach Scott Bennett come up and give his impression of tonight's dual meet. And we'll be back with more Red Raider Wrestling right here on River Cities Community Access. All right, back now at the DC Everest Evergreens Fieldhouse. Head coach Scott Bennett, congratulations on tonight's Valley Conference win over the DC Everest Evergreens.
Yeah, thanks, Scott. It was one of them. You know, we came up here and some good matches and all, but we wrestled pretty well.
Red Raiders start off with Cal Stofflet at 160. Somehow worked his way. It was slow, but controlled, I guess. He kind of must have knew where he was in that mess. Got a pin in 353.
Yeah, you know, I wish he'd open up a little bit. He's a lot better wrestler than he wrestles in the matches. He just wrestles. He's so content just to kind of, you know, maybe win by a point, and it's really it's frustrating to watch because he's that much better, and you know, we got to start getting more production out of him as far as points.
Nate Fuller with an 8-3 win over Josh Rickoff, excuse me. Didn't look like Nate was on his game real well tonight. A little slow.
No, that was another one. The first two matches we did not wrestle well, and you know, he tech-falled that kid last year, and had a couple nice doubles, but just wrestled poor on the bottom, and just said no energy. You know, not sure. You know, we haven't had a lot of practices with some of the weather things and that. But the same thing for them though too. You know, so I mean that's just an excuse if it's anything. But you know, we need to have more energy from Nate. He's got to wrestle faster pace.
Ross Nichols in the lineup at 182 gets the forfeit there, and puts Cody Abel up at 195 against Berkeley Corvino, a freshman, and Abel just basically overwhelmed him in 153.
Yeah, we'd actually thought about double forfeiting that 82-pound match, and then going up and then wrestling at heavyweight, and then we thought, oh, we'll give it a whirl this way. So Ross got another win, and Cody's kid, you know, was definitely overmatched, and Cody got the pin. So
Bo Thompson goes in at 220 and gets a pin in 122 over Drew Stoltmeister, and Stoltmeister's a senior in the lineup a couple years.
He's been wrestling a while. Bo wrestled actually pretty well. You know, he a couple decent takedowns. We got to work on some things, and he's starting to open up a little more. He's actually wrestling better now than he was a month ago, so that's a good thing for him and Cody Abel. Actually, both wrestling real well right now.
Klebuknik to heavyweight there again, a brand new guy in the room this year, and never wrestled before. Give him credit for going out there, you know, and against Kane Huff, and Huff got the pin on him.
Yeah, you know, we should have, looking back, went back on our feet. You know, we got the first takedown. The kid didn't look very good on his feet, and we got caught in that silly roll, and he had no idea what was coming. And yeah, he's doing the best he can right now.
Sure.
You know, we wish we were, you know, making progress a little quicker at times, but yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Matrix Jisco gets that pin back in 358 over Kyle Van Gelder.
Yeah, and Van Gelder's not bad. Matrix is actually wrestling as good as he's ever wrestled too. I wasn't sure we'd get a pin there. I felt good about getting a win, but I did a real nice job. I just kind of staying with the things he does well, and came up with a nice pin. Probably
upset of the night. Patrick Spray goes down to Manning Dank, and Dank and Jr. He's ranked honorable mention. Spray is ranked 10th, but Dank with the 3-2 upset.
Yeah, you know, not a match we should have lost. They wrestled two close matches last year, and you know, I thought we might have had the one takedown, and I thought it was a takedown reversal in there. Ended up just being a takedown. We couldn't finish. He did a nice job just kind of stalling us out. He really didn't do anything other than got a reversal on us. So
Looked to be a considerable amount stronger than Patrick, was able to hang on to an elbow and control one takedown.
Yeah, he just kind of hang us up in there, and I don't know if he really did anything. It was just frustrating, and then we didn't know if we should go down because we weren't coming off the bottom good, and ended up being a 3-2 match, and we probably needed to go bottom. I don't know. It was a frustrating match all the way around.
Christian Smith draws down Verveka and gives up a tech fall in 441. Didn't give up the extra pinpoint though.
No, he did a nice job fighting. Verveka's tough, and he did a good job kind of peeling hands and fighting stuff. He was overmatched, but yeah, saved a team point in there.
126-pounder Max Benz against Nolan White. White's a junior, 13-0. Again, only a major decision given up.
Yeah, saved 2 team points there, and I thought he was, he could have got pinned there a couple times. And
he was in trouble for a while in that cradle.
He keeps fighting. He's getting better every week and learning the battle and fight. And we were overmatched in those 2 matches, but we didn't give up pins. We only gave him, 9 points instead of 12. So come that Bayport meet, if we can get that far, it's going to come down to those 2 guys maybe doing the same thing against, situations where they're overmatched.
132-pounder Dylan Hall gets a pin in 148 over Mitch Verveka, and Hall's pretty dangerous.
Yeah, he's going to score points. You don't have to worry about that. Sometimes he scores points for the other guy, unfortunately. But he's exciting, and I'm glad he's on our team because he's going to come out on top of most of those. And as he gets older, we're gonna see a lot of guys wondering what hit him because this is style of wrestling. It'd be really hard to prepare for.
Yeah. 138-pounder Jordan Scalise took quite a while over Nate White, the freshman, but kind of knew where he was there late in the match and slowly improved his position from the bottom there and ended up sticking him.
Yeah, he's not real healthy right now, and you can see he didn't wrestle with a lot of energy, so we were just trying to kind of conserve energy and be able to go all 6 minutes. And I think it was important for him to do that because he did not wrestle well in the Valley all year long. And he's a good wrestler that struggles in matches, and kind of nice seeing him wrestle when he wasn't 100%, and he found a way to get extra team points, and it was a pretty good match for him.
Alex Dickerson for the Red Raiders, first time in the varsity time. He draws the Joe Zilkowski number 2 ranked card tonight.
Yeah, we had looked at his meet early, and we didn't know we wanted to have Peyton on Zilkowski because we didn't know if we could beat him at 52 because that was a tough match. And so we thought we could win, lose those 2, and we didn't know for sure about 6, and we didn't know how Jordan was feeling. So we kind of looked at it, and with a draw weight where it was, we kind of moved up right away. We had a draw. We could have forfeited to Joe. It wasn't what we really wanted to do. Asked Alec, and he doesn't know much about wrestling. He's new, and he said, "Well, do they get more points if they pin me than if they get a forfeit?" I'm like, "No." He goes, "I'd like to wrestle in the varsity." And he came up to Matt after getting beat up a little bit, and he comes off. He goes, "That was awesome," So
good experience for him.
When you don't know any better, I
sure.
guess, but he's got a shot at the varsity, and it's kind of a neat thing for him. So that's kind of what you hope your program is about, that you get guys that want to step up and try to find a way to help their team.
The final match of the night, Peyton Einerson, the 4-0 match over Sean Lutke. A seen pair of very good wrestlers there in the last dual meet. Yeah,
and Lutke's pretty good, and I thought we were going to have troubles, like I said, beating him with someone else. So we just moved up, and it was a match that could have gone either way. 0-0 first, and Peyton ground out and got the 1, did a nice job. And then, in the third period, ended up cradling him up, and I thought he wrestled real well. He's actually wrestling real well, too. We got a lot of our guys wrestling really well right now.
So the Red Raiders finishing in second place now in the dual meet part of the season. Come to the Valley Conference Tournament in another week back here at DC Everest. And you get 2 points for every dual meet win. And then you get points awarded by how you finish in the individual tournament. And the Red Raiders need to probably win that tournament somehow. And Merrill needs to finish.
Nope, they switched that. It's actually even.
Yeah. Okay,
so
now
if
even.
we were, they'd have to finish 2 places behind us for us to win it outright. If we would beat them at that tournament, they were second, we were first, we'd tie them. So they kind of changed that a few years back. So it used to be the dual meets were weighted heavier.
So the Red Raiders coming into that tournament then probably realistically looking at trying to finish second place, but with a shot. Depends on how the matchups go, how the seeding works.
And you never know at the conference tournament who brings their guys. because you need to be healthy for the regional the week after. So if somebody's kind of not 100%, probably not going to see them in the conference, and that'll change some weight classes. The way that the weight classes stand, we would probably be favored to only be a champion at one weight, and that'd be 106. I think we're still favored at 13, but we lost tonight in the Valley, so that's the match we'd have to turn around. And after that, we're going to be battling and fighting for everything we get. You know, Bo Thompson's ranked 3rd in the state, but the #1 ranked guy's ahead of him.
From
Cody,
there.
yeah, from Merrill, and Cody Abel's wrestling really well, but he caught that defensive pin with Hintz last week, and then Malik's sitting in there. Malik's undefeated. We didn't wrestle him, so guys like that are in a tough spot. Peyton's wrestling really well, but Joe Zilkowski is sitting there. Dylan Hall's been wrestling well, but Hunter Keel and Scott Arneson are there, so we haven't seen those guys yet in matches. And Jordan, sitting there, he's got Fritz Sherrill. So I mean, we'd have to really pull some upsets to have more than 2 champions, and so we'll see where that all shakes out.
Coach, thanks for stopping by, giving us your input on tonight. Good luck in the future conference tournament. We'll bring you that right here on River City's Community Access.